guys, don't we? A lot. Okay, well, this is one of them. This is yet another one to add to your list of customer favorites. This is from Good Housekeeping, one of the most trusted names in the world of culinary. This is their set of 2 silicone roasting trivets. So yeah, maybe you're doing your big roast on top of this because it's gonna sit a little bit higher. You can collect all those drippings. Maybe you're using it to cool your cookies right out of the oven, or maybe you're using it as a trivet to protect your counters and tables. All the same, it's done in that silicone with that great steel construction as well. So it's flexible yet rigid, customer top rated, and $19.99. So this color is your sage. We have it here in your chili. This is ash. And then we also have it in agate, which is the most limited. So it's $6.66 on an easy pay. It's shipping for free, customer top rated, and no, I repeat, no reorder. It's K90148. And for our first of couple items together, Chef Rochelle Palermo is joining us. She's part of the development team for Good Housekeeping. She brings us the best demos that make our mouths water. Hello, Rochelle. How are you, Chef?
Hi. Good, Julia. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. It's so great to see you again this Saturday.
Great to see you too. I wanted to show you this hot, steamy hot pan I'm putting onto my trivet, right?
Steaming hot.
We all have to do that. We all have to do that. And we got to have somewhere to land it, Julia. So you know what? I say get yourself these trivets, because these trivets are your roasting rack. They're your bakeware trivet. And guess what? Really importantly, they're your surface protector. See how I put that hot pan on there, move that parm off? Look at, nothing is burnt. So you don't have a burnt wooden board now, you don't have a burnt marble table now.
That's not good.
You are good to go. I'm gonna show you something just for demonstration purposes. I have a cork right here, right? A cheap old cork, you know, not gonna do the trick, right? I'm gonna take a pan, hot, off my stove. I'm gonna lay it there. It's gonna burn, Julia, because look at that. See that?
Oh, wow,
ring?
sure did.
That's what we all want to avoid.
That's not ideal.
It's not ideal. And I have to tell you, I did that one time when I was a kid. My mom about flipped out. So I was like, okay, I'm never doing that again, Julia. But you know what? I said, that's fine. So when I was saying to you that it's also a roasting pan, a roasting rack, look at how I roasted my little sausages on here. Do you see that?
Yeah.
What I did is I put the sausages on the rack in a sheet pan. Right now, this rack can go in the oven up to 450 degrees, which is fantastic, nice and hot, so you can sear. So when you want to cook some sausages, you can do that, Julia, but I just want to kind of show you this. Look at that. Let me just show you that this I can lift up. It's hotter than heck, right? But I can still lift it up, and look at all the fat that collected underneath. So now everything's not swimming in fat, which is what I love. And then when I took this pan out of the oven, guess what? The second rack, I put underneath the pan so that I don't get my surface all you know, burnt up and whatnot.
And that's
so
what
that's
we get
fantastic. Yeah, that's why we get two.
Look,
but I want to show you.
With the free shipping, I just want to let everyone know you're saving over $14.50. You just choose your colors. So this is your set of 2 in the sage. This has been most popular. Here's your chili. Here's your set of 2 in the ash. And finally, we have it in agate, which is like a really nice, like rich blue. All right, Rochelle, keep it going.
So I was going to say, you know, I told you that it's your surface protector, it's your roasting rack trivet, it's your bakeware trivet, right? So what I also love to do is I love to use it as my deep fry helper. So I can take two of the little trivets, put it on my big sheet pan, right? And I could, you know, when I'm taking things out of the deep fryer, I can actually put them onto this trivet, and then you know what? Get it out of this little spatula first. I probably could have cooked them a little bit longer, but I'm gonna just take them out because I want you to see what happens as a fryer helper. Now, all that oil that's coming off of my deep fried foods, here I've got some delicious donuts, I could just put on there, and all that excess oil drips down underneath the trivet onto the rack, so my food's not sitting in oil, which is fantastic. But you know what, let me show you something real quick. You just saw me pull those donuts out of really hot oil, and you would probably never want to do this at all if you didn't have this trivet. But I'm going to take this hot pan of oil and I'm going to put it right on that trivet, because guess what? Now, even though it's maybe not round, that's okay. Do you see how it lifts it up off of that surface? Fantastic. So I can do that. Let me put it back on the heat. And now what I can do is that trivet literally dispersed and absorbed all that heat. And guess what? There is nothing burnt on that counter.
That is the power of silicone, isn't it? That's really incredible. Really that's one of the many reasons that this is a customer top rated item. And there's no reorder. So these are the final quantities. You're saving over $14.50, including that free shipping and handling that goes away until at the end of the day today. I also love how they roll up when you want to store them. So it's a really small footprint right there. Okay, so 250 orders have been placed. This color is called Sage. Fewer than 500 remain in the Sage. Here's your Chili. Fewer than 700. Here's your Ash. Fewer than 200. And then Agate. Fewer than 100 remain. It's K90148. It's flexible, but it's also really strong because of that those stainless steel rods.
Exactly, because they are those stainless steel rods that has an overmolded silicone, which is fantastic. That means they're really sturdy, just like you were saying. Look, I couldn't bend that even if I tried.
Right.
You know, so they are sturdy. You know, we're going to give you the most amazing.
Oh, that looks good.
Doesn't that look amazing? So I could use it to glaze. Now, a lot of times what chefs will do, pastry chefs, is they put their pastries on a rack, on a sheet pan that allows all that glaze to drip through the food that you're glazing, and now you've got a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful glazed product. So I could just kind of do that. You know, I mean, that's fantastic. So delicious, 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 delicious. Now, when I was saying that it's also great for all your baked goods, you know, I can come over to my oven. I can take something super hot. By the way, I've got our Good Housekeeping pie pan.
I know that pie pan. I know that pie pan.
We just saw that last week.
We did last week.
I know. So you know what? You could see it all bubbling. Again, I could put my round pie pan onto that trivet. It's big enough so that it's not a problem. I could take that hot steamy. You see how hot it is, Julia? It is hot.
Yeah, that is
put it over that.
Hot. Okay, colors are your set of 2 in the Sage, your set of 2 in the Chili, your set of 2 in the Ash, and then your set of 2 in the Agate. It is K90148, under $20, $666 on an easy pay. And Chef Rochelle is going to be back in just a little bit